guys, Friday. A lot of people's favorite day of the week. Still up in the air for me. I might go in tomorrow and get a few things done by myself when it's nice and quiet and I can just think of Heffy 67's dreamy eyes all alone. First things first, the Real Cobra Burnout was wondering about something and didn't realize what he was looking at was my cock, so I told him I'd show it to him. So, hang on. Okay, let's get the camera in on this. Okay, there it is. Oh, that's right, you were wondering about the stripes. There. Okay. Hope that was, hang on, I can make sure we can see her okay. There's plenty of her to see. So I hope that, you know, satisfies your urge to see my cock. It's the tactical cock from SOE. And you gotta love a company that SOE Tactical. Hey, NRA, maybe you could learn something. Made in the motherfucking USA. That's right. It's just like the actually, it's part of full disclosure. It's actually Christine's cock. This one is my cock, and this is our cocks touching. And this is my cock on her cock. And this is her cock on mine. He normally sits up here, but Pete's stupid hat was like they're like fighting. This isn't gonna work out right now. So I'll just hold on to my cock. I mean Christine's cock. I'll just put the cock down. Okay? I set the cock down. Yeah, that's better. Notice the difference? A couple. Well, let's just do beer and then talk because Sammy Pooh's going out to dinner with us, and it's my turn to cook. So I think we're gonna go down to the little pizza place. Nice little dive. Crompton or Capt'n Crompton's Pale Ale from Epic Brewing. Not so epic on this one, 5.8%. But then again, it is double, you know, yesterday's, which is sad. Bottle cap looks something like that. And like I said, it's a pale ale. What opener has not been used in a while? The muzzle device. Heck, I can just see, the monkey wanted the bottle cap. Here, you can hold on to both of them. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's a pale ale. It looks like a pale ale. It's kind of almost kind of a brightish yellow orange. Has a more of hoppy notes to it. Actually, getting a kind of a citrusy bread, like a bread or a biscuit. I forgot to do something. Oh well. If JD's watching, he's about 3 seconds away from pissing himself. Just ignore the water sound. Don't make you have to pee. Okay, so Yeah, yeah. It actually it smells really good. Of course, yesterday's didn't exactly smell terrible. It's just cheers, my friends. And unlike some, for the most part, it tastes a lot like it smells. It's got a hoppy start, kind of breaks immediately into kind of an earthy grass, hoppy, bread and biscuit kind of a mix. And unlike some where you're kind of getting a little bit of, a little bit of this here, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and then it ends over this, it's kind of pretty much the start to finish the same thing. A couple of things, and I've been completely spacing it out. I want to say an absolute huge thank you to my friend Gil. I think you really suck. Gil sent me one of his AR 500 targets. I'm gonna stop and, of course, get some paint. I think this was a Christmas present from Gil to me and Christine. And Gil, you are absolutely right. There is nothing like shooting steel. 2 years ago, for our shoot, Ray brought all of his steel targets and stands up. And considering how many people for like 7 hours were shooting the shit out of them, I think he told me there was a couple, probably a little, the one that was at 80 yards. I mean, he politely asked, no BMG or Mosin Nagant steel tip stuff. So I think someone must have probably tagged it. But yeah, the shooting steel. I mean, when you're shooting, like even at 100 yards, you're shooting at something or beyond. If you're hitting something that size, you're still like 208, 300, 400, whatever. If you get an opportunity to get out beyond 300 yards and you can ring the steel, you at least know you are extremely dangerous, and you get that instant feedback. I'm not completely without steel targets. This is by far the nicest one and biggest one for the. I think it was 3 years ago now. NIHAP sent a bunch, but I think as it turned out, there was some false advertising going on with what they were, because they did not survive. I mean, you could, if you found them, I think they might be in the can up at the shack. You could probably shoot them, but you need to make sure they're positioned just right, because you don't want to take bad ricochets because it's hitting a dimple or whatever in it. I got some from my neighbor. They were the slugs out of, it's a company I actually did the sprinkler system in called Exodus Machine, and they make a big crawler, and it's one of the only ones on the planet that the whole thing is all fly-by-wire. It's all run by computers. There's no physical mechanical link between the cockpit and any of the controls, and even the capsule that the driver sits in. It can be positioned where you would normally see one, and on hydraulics it lowers all the way to the ground, so you don't have to climb up a ladder to get in it, and then you can raise all the way up. So like locally they have them in like the salvage yards, and it's got the big magnet on it, and the driver is able to be way up and see everything that's going on. Like when he's loading, instead of it being a blind dump, he actually sees it. And I got some slugs for where they cut the axle runs in them. My next door neighbor his son-in-law Nick. Nick's a good guy. Nick's a one of those martial arts or UFC fighters, and his last fight he TKO'd the guy in 48 seconds. So I always like it when Nick's getting out of his vehicle and walking up to him. Hey, motherfucker! I don't like the look on your face. You want me to kick your ass? And of course, he just goes, yeah, whatever. But yeah, he gave me all these slugs, and there it is, just regular steel. So it worked out if you get them hanging just right, so the bullet's always deflecting. But that didn't work out. 2 years ago, and they completely got spaced. Never hide shit from yourself. Brian McNome, he was here. He actually he gave me a set of dies, which are now back in my possession, for the Mosin round, 7.62 by 54R, and he gave me a steel target. It's a 2-round, it's a stand and everything, but it's mostly a close range like pistol setup. Each of the steel AR plates hangs on a couple of steel hooks with holes in them, and it slides onto a bar, and then there's four pieces for each one, and it has like it looks like a little guy, and the bars slide up each of them, and then it's got a hole in the center so the whole thing freestands, and it does okay on say 940 and 45, but with the Casul, you hit it just right, and it would just freaking knock that whole damn setup over. But yeah, I wanna build something for this similar to what Ray has as far as a stand goes, because those setup that Ray has was awesome, and so that'll be a big improvement for the shoot this year. So thank you, Gil. It is awesome. I mean, there's definitely something about that. Not only are you enjoying your passions for shooting, but it's like, blam, ting. I mean, it's just, And last, definitely not least, I want to say thank you to my member of my family, Christopher, Alone with Company. His company is, I had it on Facebook. If I find it, or if someone's interested, remind me if I forget to put it down below. But his company is doing dog tags for Justin, and I know he's doing it to help support what Justin was doing, and that was raising money to get that cabin, or that resort, that lodge built for soldiers, especially soldiers fighting depression and suicide and all that. So this was the letter that Chris sent, and then a set of dog tags. I don't know. Glare is probably gonna suck ass, but just says Fitch, Justin M, or Justin H. 6/26 of 1982. That is, he was just way too young. I graduated in 85. To 10/4 of 2015. Never forget. So, thank you, Christopher. Like I said, if someone's interested, I'll try to make sure I put the information down below. I don't, kind of a floral grassiness. Like I said, it's start to finish. And at first, I was gonna say, you know what, this isn't all that bad. I've loved a lot of things from Epic Brewing, but I almost get the feeling by the time I get to here, that'll be about enough of it, and I'll be happy I had an opportunity to try it, but would never purchase one again. And I think I'm already leaning in that direction. It's just, yeah, it's drinkable. If I had 5 more, they'd be beer for the guests. Oh, and Jay got those grips packaged up and a little something for you. And unfortunately, I had a 4 o'clock appointment to get the Honda Pilot an oil change, and I was like, God, do I have enough time to run to the post office? Probably not, coming up on the holidays. But I'm like, okay, I'll get it all ready, and tomorrow on my way home from work, I will drop it off at the post office. It was like, it's like, son of a bitch. I ran out of packing tape, so I got to grab some packing tape. But I'm hoping to have that in heading out to you tomorrow. If not, it'll for sure be in Monday's. Monday might be safer now that it's getting so cold. You know, I don't want those grips to get frozen because it's not good for the grips. And Steven, still got to talk to you about the little package that you have coming my way. I got a care package of some, not this, but care package of some of the local, a sample pack from Bent Paddle heading in your way. And if you just wanted that, the bartered end of my part of the deal just placed inside there, or what, you have to let me know. And yeah, you've been a good boy this year. So for Christmas, I think I'll send you a double black. I will expect a review, or at least I don't know necessarily a review, because that means you'd have to share it. And as much as I, it is the Christmas time. So as much as I like Jesse, I don't know if I would share the double black with him. If I was you, of course. That's what I'm saying. And if for some reason you do invite him to be part of the review of that, I'm requesting that he keeps his shirt on. Yeah, okay. Let's see, did I talk about everything? My cock, the plate, my monkey. Here, give me the bottle cap. Dog tags. Oh, the Real Cobra Burnout. Giving me shit for the Glock. Well, I don't know. Some people like the Glock. You have a fucking high point. I'm not going to take any shit from a guy that has a high point. This is a Glock. This is my Glock. And that's Christine's cock. But it's a 10 millimeter. It's a badass. It's a purpose-built 10 millimeter, unlike some manufacturers. And it holds a lot of them. Well, a lot more than normal. I mean, 16 rounds of 10 millimeter is enough to get the job done. There's just I put the Meeper night sights on here that I got from my man Lucas Tactical. You see how often that's going off. Yeah, we've been getting some rain. It's got the typical Celtic stuff on the back. I got the flashlight. I don't remember if this is the one. I don't remember if this is the one from Ed. I only aim it at you guys because it's emotional. I just don't foresee this. It's gone through a couple shooting sessions on here, and I just don't. I don't know. It like flickers, and the thing I hate, absolutely despise about this fucking light though, is it's not bad. You know, it's bright. You know, I had to take the Sharpie to it because I hated the white stuff on the side of it. Should just take the grill paint and get that done for good. But what I don't like is the button slides side to side on it. And when I have it on the nightstand, I'm sleeping on my right side, and it's on the right side of the bed. So if I was to reach up to grab the gun, I want it laying on the ejection port side. Well, that's where the button is. And you know how many times I have set it down and the light has come on. It's just. But again, you get what you pay for. If I had Heffy's money, I would burn half of it, and I would still have a lot of it. But I would get a better light for at least one of these guns. I don't know. I just don't. I think the next time it's on here and this gets shot, it's probably toast. But that's fine. I have 3 10mm pistols, and there's absolutely no problem with resorting back to the one worth talking about. I had 4 at one point in time, but I sold the EA. Yeah, this is the shit right here. And of course the Rock Island, but I am not going to use the Rock Island for personal defense until I shoot it and see that it functions. So, Harleys and Barley. Dude, seriously, I know you're busy. You need to do some videos. I know that someone had already subscribed to you, but I subscribed to you. And set it up so as soon as you do something, I'm guessing with a Harley Davidson or beer, I will be notified that you have a video. So we're all set. So, I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You know, maybe you could do some kind of a video. Just saying. Yeah. Okay. On the E scale. Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's just okay. The flavors are dominant. The flavors that dominate, I'm not really digging. Like I said, it's just kind of a floral, kind of an earthy floral grass kind of thing going on, and it's just not, it's just not puffing my skirt up like other things do. So on the E scale, Epic's Capt'n Crompton's Pale Ale, I'm gonna level this a 6. Oh, and I really just want to get out and try these. Granted, JR10 I was completely supervised, so it's not like, actually I probably should have marked the actual one. I think I showed these, and there was the one that's all covered in Sharpie. John wanted me to, which is kind of funny because you have never seen a guy as safety conscious as he is. Literally every part of the loading procedure was like, the grains, getting it to the kernel kind of thing, and he's very safety conscious. That's why I was really kind of surprised when he took Sharpie and Sharpied up the projectile. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I need you to chamber this in your JP, because he looks for to see if there's any landing lines, and he says, man, it looks like it's seating absolutely perfect in your rifle. Problem is I mean, that is it. If you put a gnat's testicle on the tip of that, it would scrape off on the inside of the magazine. These bullets are just, their home isn't a bolt gun. But I'm still gonna shoot them. Those are the bullet heads that I want in that gun if I ever actually get to attempt, something in the 1,000-yard or beyond range. Okay, tomorrow. I want the door open. Oh, because there's a big ass heavy piece of plate steel in front of it. Tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow, let's look at looks like Shep's Midnight Bourbon Barrel Ale, an Imperial Black Wheat Ale. Yeah, I actually got something that said wheat on it. Brewed with Belgian yeast and aged in bourbon barrels. 10%. So you might actually get a little bit of the bourbon in there. There is a whole novel on the side of it. I may or may not read it before we meet again. Otherwise, I'm gonna go take Christine and Samantha over to the pizza place. I'm probably not gonna have pizza though. They got some awesome pasta though, and their French dip isn't bad. So last night was night 2. Thank you, NIHAP. Please let Mrs. NIHAP see this. Day 2. Tonight, it kind of is off the charts, but 2 nights in a row, nothing but the Shackley alternative meal, which is just the nutrition shake. After she went to bed, I had some food. But, I was there for her all the way until she went to bed. Yeah, I don't know. If all you can have is the nutrition shake and make it through dinner to bedtime without going, oh, food, more power to you. Since the refrigerator is now on, and that's probably going to splooge again, you guys stay safe. If you're out drinking tonight, make sure you got a ride, because after having as little as one, you've had too much. So, cheers guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.